hands.
Robert asked me to testify a little bit about, since I've been coming to the prayer groups and stuff, it's been about 8 months that her and I have started going. And I tell you, in the beginning it was kind of hairy because a lot of our friends decided they didn't want to have anything to do with us just because we wanted to follow Christianity. Told us that we didn't believe in God and this and that and the other. And it's been real hard. I mean, in some aspects, I'm going to say it's been hard. But when it's good, it's good. I mean, just, oh my Lord. I just don't know how we can't follow the love that He has for us, why we can't give the love that He does. It's just, I don't know, I try so hard, sometimes I fail. I mean, every day we all do. You just got to keep pressing in, and it gets better, but then it's not always hunky-dory. You just got to take the good with the bad. I just can't say enough. I mean, why don't I have the desire to be able to give up my child like He did for us? I mean, I think about that every time I pray. I'm like, Jesus, can you help me to understand? And sometimes He gives me little hints and tidbits. Other times He tells me that I've got to dive in and find out for myself. It's really been a blessing more than a burden, even with all the attacks and stuff that we've had. I don't know, I just can't describe it. It's just wonderful.
Someone told me church is hard, and they weren't kidding. We have definitely been under spiritual warfare for a while now. I started attending this church back last November, the week before Thanksgiving. So I came in here and I was at the altar. A week later, my husband has a heart attack, and they tell me he has 3 blockages that they can stent 2 of them, but they said there wasn't anything they could do for him. And here I am, 44 years old, and I didn't know what I was going to do because I did not count on this. So he started attending church with me, and we met Robert, and he said, "Would you like to come to prayer group?" And I said, "Yes." So we started attending prayer group regularly, and I'd like to say that the spiritual attacks stopped, but they intensified. My best friend of 35 years, she definitely attacked me. She told me that she would dance on my husband's grave, and she just kept attacking us because she said, "You can't love the Lord." And I said, "I do. He has changed my life. He's changed my family's life. I was at this place, I didn't know if I was even going to make it to the next month. And then here I am, 9 months later, and we're still fighting the fight. And I'm not going to say it's easy. Prayer's hard, but it's so worth it. Just that relationship with the Lord. I something in my life. Our marriage was under attack, our lives, our children, everybody, his mother. I mean, I think that the attacks tried to stop us. It tried to, we were on our way to church one day, and the enemy started attacking us. We fought all the way here. We got out to the parking lot, and I said, I'm not going in. And I prayed on the way here, and he said, get up, go in. So I sat back there, and I cried the whole time. But you know what? I felt him working. He works every day. He has performed miracles in our family and our life. I can't imagine. And it always comes to me, I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. That's the verse that always comes to me when I'm feeling a little sad. I mean, I know we can do anything with him. Just what this prayer group, what this church family's done for us is amazing. I couldn't imagine in my wildest dreams. But this church is amazing, and I feel the revival is coming, and I pray that my children are here in these seats. I pray for that every day. And I pray for all of us that we have ears to hear and eyes to see. Just open your hearts to feel him in your heart every day, and surround us with his hedge of protection as we go out into the world. You're going to get spiritually attacked as you get closer to God. That's just how it is. I just didn't realize. But we're so thankful for our church friends and for Robert and Tabitha for opening their home up to us to come and pray. I didn't know how to pray, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. All you do is just start talking to him, and he lets you know. Guides us every day.
Loved how she ended that about this is not complicated. Praying to God is just talking to him. And you learn to do it by doing it. There's a lot of good literature out there on prayer. I've got a lot of it on my bookshelf in the man cave, but I can read it and read it and read it, but none of it's going to do me any good until I just start talking to him myself. I'm not going to, this is not academic. It's not. No relationship is academic. You develop a relationship with somebody by talking to them and by spending time with them. That's the only way it happens. Neither is it handed to you. Love how they mention the work that it takes. It takes time and effort and work. Don't roll out of bed one day and become an apostle, okay?
Yeah, as we were worshiping the Lord, man, I've had a tough week at work. Been under attack by fellow employees, and they know I'm a child of God, and they're just trying to attack me and bring me down. And the verse that kept coming to me all week long was John 16:33. I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulations, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Man, that is so powerful. Just thought about that all week long. Had an amazing week. Just, man, rebuke rebuke the devil all week long for the glory of God. It's just been an amazing week. But tonight, right there, that guy right there, had surgery yesterday. Had gallbladder surgery yesterday. Didn't leave the hospital at 10 o'clock. And where's he at tonight? Here's praise to God. Thank you, Brother Ron.
So glory to God.
Amen. Amen.
I had a difficult time. I didn't wake up out of my the medication they gave me. If you don't know, I used to abuse drugs and alcohol. And my sister OD'd 7 years ago, and I quit running from God, and I run to His Son Jesus. And I try to give Him every day everything I have. God has been with me that whole time. I was going to work. When I woke up in the morning of surgery, I prayed to God, and I had tears. He told me to put healing in this place. I have about 200 Christian DVDs, and I just did what He told me to do. He just overwhelmed me. And I had no idea that I couldn't wake up that day. That my breathing was so weak that they wasn't going to let me leave. They weren't going to let me leave, and I just kept pressing in. I kept praying. And the doctor told me to start doing things. You know, if you want to heal faster, we all know who's healing. I mean, it's the Lord God, and He's great. He's great in all His ways. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised, and His greatness is unsearchable. Blessed be Thou, Lord God, our Father forever and ever. Thine, O Lord, is the greatness, and the power, and the glory, and the victory, and the majesty. For all that's in the heaven and the earth is Thine. Thine is the kingdom, O Lord, and Thou art exalted as head above all. Both riches and honor come in Thee, and Thou reignest over all. And in Thy hand is power and might, and in Thy hand is to make great, and to give strength unto all. Now therefore, God, we thank Thee and praise Thy glorious name. Worthy is the Lamb who is slain to receive power, and riches, and wisdom, and strength, and honor, and glory, and blessings. Now the Lord is that Spirit, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's liberty. Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty. He was, and He is the one to come in clouds. You know, you got to know, it says in the Bible, 1 John 5, 13 or 14, that you know. You got to know that you're in God's hands, and there's nobody can stand you up. You got to know that the enemy's a liar. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. It's all glory to God. I just try to give God every single part of me that I fail, because I do fail. And the Holy Ghost is such a great teacher that He will tell you what you did wrong. He'll help you out. And you know what? You won't have to make that mistake again. It's all glory to God. This is a glorious walk. You got to understand, I was the hippie Harley rider that beat people up and abuse women and all this. God has done a 360 to me. I haven't even been with a woman in over 2 years. It doesn't matter. Because you know what? I'm going to pick the wrong one, but He's going to pick the right one. I just think this is a time in our life that He truly must increase. And we surely got to decrease. We got to get out of His way. Because His way is His Son, Jesus. He's the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me.
Amen.
That's right.
Read these two scriptures, and I'll spend the last 10 minutes just doing some worship. It's almost about 8:30. Ian came up to me, and I've been feeling this for some time too. And Brad came up last Sunday, and even talked about this to some degree, but there's a standard that's being raised. There's a level of what's been coming particularly to me. There's a level of holiness and righteousness to the Lord that's being raised here. Lord's not going to go around using unclean temples, unclean servants. There is necessity of holiness and righteousness that needs to be dwelling inside of us. Otherwise, that light inside of us grows dim. It doesn't become that bright, shining light in the darkness that it can be. The whole point of coming before Him daily, coming before His throne of grace, that we read in Hebrews chapter 4, is to let Him cleanse us eternally. Let Him daily renew our hearts and minds, and that's how that's accomplished. We want to be a true beacon of revival. We want to be a true just lighthouse, showing people a direction and a path. We got to have it together ourselves. This light's got to be shining through us, each and every one of us individually. In Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 and 9, Paul wrote, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast." Verse 10, "For we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them." Grace is a gift given to us. His sacrifice on the cross, Him shedding His blood, is simply a gift for us.
Amen.
Us having a willingness to do good works and to surrender ourselves and become obedient to His will is simply out of the love for that gift He gave us, for that gift of grace. We cannot become His workmanship unless we are daily surrendering ourselves, and we cannot start. God prepared us beforehand so that we could walk out victoriously, so that we could walk out and do good works for Him victoriously. But let's never get in the mindset that it's our works that we're doing that is what is putting us in right standing with God. If you want to keep your love on for the Lord, come to Him daily. Start spending your time in worship and prayer again. See what He does to you. See what He does with you. Be amazed. Just spending this next 10 minutes, let's just worship Him, give Him some thanks.
As we worship, would you help pray with me that God would just restore a heart of praise in every member of this congregation, anybody that couldn't be here with us tonight, or I just feel like as this brother began to praise the Lord, you could feel such power in that. And that's where it's at. That's the power to overcome. That's the power to get beyond fatigue, or to get beyond selfishness, to get beyond heartache, whatever it is. When God restores that heart of praise within us, when that praise starts to pour out of us, and He's all we can see, and He's all we can think about, and He's all we care about, the rest of that all just fades away. Nothing else matters anymore. So as we sing, just help me pray that over every member of this congregation, that spirit of praise would just become infectious and spread. Hallelujah.
Sing a new song to
Let us never take it lightly.